Hey everybody, welcome back to the Joyful Candle on YouTube. My name's McKenna if you're new here, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Today I am doing it's actually end of October's candle empties. So I get through a lot of candles every month, so I typically try to split it up into like mid-month and then end of the month, just because I go through so much that it would be like an hour-long video every time if I did like the end of each month. And I'm really glad I did that this month because you guys, this box is so full. This month I've been like on top of it with burning and getting through things. I've also been selling a lot of candles this month. So I checked my inventory before I started filming, and I think I got through like 103 candles. A lot of that was selling candles, but also I would say probably like a third to maybe almost a half of that was like getting through candles, like burning through them. So I'd have to go back up and add how much my mid-October empties was, and then this box here, but it's crazy empties. So let's start right away because this video is going to be very long. So let's hop right in. I have a ton of Bath & Body Works. So I feel like something that I've, over the, last several years, as my collections have grown, I have not been very good at like burning a candle and then finishing it all the way through. I've really, because my collection has grown so big, it was hard for me to get through candles, or I would start a new scent and then not finish this one. And so I'd have a lot of half burned candles kind of sitting around. And so this year I'm really trying to get through candles that are like already burned or half burned or whatever to get them through. So I got through a lot of those, which is why my empties feels so big, I think, because a lot of these were previously burned from past years and I was able to finish them up. So let's hop right in. First one I'm going to talk about is actually this year's version of Cider Lane. This was a beautiful, it's just such a perfect caramel apple scent. I absolutely love this candle. Notes of warm caramel, Granny Smith apple, dark brown sugar, and ground clove. This one performed really, really well for me. As you can see, it burned all the way down to the bottom there. I would say the flame started off higher. When I got to the halfway point, the wicks definitely started to kind of fizzle out a little bit, but it didn't really prevent it from burning. Like it finished up just fine. So really great version of Cider Lane from Bath & Body Works. I actually picked up 2 of these this year, so I'll have one for next year to burn as well. So that was a good one. And also, you guys may have noticed I kind of moved my camera a little bit for this video. During the day when I'm able to film, the sun I have a window like right here, the sun really comes through, so it's a little better lighting as opposed to turning the other way. So you can see my lovely candle cabinet here that I've duct taped so that my 16-month-old can't pull out all my candles. Anyways, let's see here. Next, let's do this one, Vampire Blood. Honestly, this is not one of my favorites. I don't really gravitate towards scents like this. Also, it's kind of creepy, like vampire blood, and then it's red. It's kind of weird. It was fine. I probably would not repurchase. Notes of blood red strawberry, midnight blooming jasmine, dark Transylvanian plum. It's pretty strawberry heavy. You get that plum, like it is nice. It's a little bit different. I am such an apple girl, and I love apple and pumpkin and gourmands, and so this is just not my jam anymore. So I was kind of happy to get through that one. It also burned really well. Burned all the way down, had no issues. Yeah, so I was happy to get rid of that one as well. I burn that a lot downstairs in my basement because, like I said, it's not like my favorite scent preference, I guess. Same with this one. So this is Candy Apple Cauldron. I actually did a in-depth review of this one because this is last year's version. Can you guys see that? Oh, there we go. That's way better. This is last year's version and had that kind of that spooky lid. I didn't really get around to burning this until this year, and I'm glad I did not pick up this year's version because this is actually not my favorite scent in the world. It is very perfumey and green apple. So let me read the notes. Notes of mysterious green apple, simmering sugar, and crystallized bergamot. So it's green apple forward with that sugary, perfumey vibe. You definitely smell the bergamot, and I feel like that's really making it perfume-y. Not my favorite at all. Like, I would much rather burn Wicked Apple and get like that caramel apple type vibe as opposed to this like perfumey candy apple. You can smell, I just feel like the perfuminess of it is really taking over the green apple, which is kind of a bummer because I would have rathered have like sweet candy apple as opposed to perfumey apple. So won't be repurchasing. I'm actually gonna sell the other backup that I have of that. Let's get through all the Bath & Body Works first. Then I got through a couple other brands too. So this, you guys, is one of my absolute favorites. Wicked Vanilla Woods. And as you can tell, this lid is a little bit different. I actually took the snake off of this. The actual one of this has like a gold snake. Melanie from Mr. Kong's mom, I think that was who it was. Last year she showed, or maybe it was a couple of years ago, I don't remember. Actually, let me just look at the candle. It was last year. Last year she showed like a little trick that you could pop those little snakes off. I'm not really a snake person, and so, I mean, I don't really care, but I wanted to try it. So I popped it off, and I probably am going to keep this lid because I think it's really pretty. I also think that these are really great coasters. I have these all around my house because they have, from the candle, they have that little, you know, plastic like silicone thing. So it makes it a really nice cushion for coasters. Anyways, and I'm gonna adjust a little bit here because this is hurting my back. I was trying to be in like a brighter area, but it's hurting. So 1 second. Okay, sorry guys. I had to turn my camera because I really liked the lighting of that, but I need something like on my back to, I can't like hold myself up like that for that long. So anyways, let's read through the scent notes of Wicked Vanilla Woods. Scent notes of magical vanilla, glowing amberwood, enchanted pink pepper. This is the most beautiful, woodsy, perfumey vanilla scent. I have this in body care and I am obsessed with it. It is so, so beautiful. It burned pretty quickly. I feel like I just started burning this one and it burned pretty quick. But absolutely stunning. Loved this packaging. It did start to get a little bit more puny wicks towards about a little over halfway. But if you guys like woodsy vanilla perfume type fragrances, this is beautiful. The pink pepper in this is really well done. There's a little bit of amber in there as well. This is just such a pretty fragrance. If you like vanilla, if you like woodsy, this is a must. So love that one. Okay, so that's 4 Bath & Body Works so far. Yeah, let's get through all the Bath & Body Works first. Next one is the Perfect Autumn. And sorry guys, I really liked the other lighting there, but I just need something against my back. So this is an old one, actually. I believe this is from 2021, so it was time to get this one out. Notes of fresh cranberry, spiced pumpkin, and crisp apple and rich clove. This is a really pretty cranberry fragrance. I've always loved this one. I will say this was not my favorite this time around. I don't know if it just started to smell old or what, but I just like was ready to be done with it as opposed to really enjoying it. I have one more of the Perfect Autumn that I typically enjoy that type of fragrance, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. I've actually had it up for sale and no one's picked it up yet, so I may end up keeping it to burn for, I feel like November is such a perfect time to burn cranberry fragrances. So I may change my mind and keep it and just burn it, but anyways, it was fine. It got pretty puny towards the end. This is a really old one, so it's not super surprising. You can see that the sides started to get like, this is sticky. It's kind of weird. Like the oils in this fragrance must be really, really strong. So that's number 5. Okay, another oldie, Spiced Apple Toddy. I loved this packaging for Thanksgiving. I feel like they've really gone away from Thanksgiving themed things, which is kind of sad because I love having stuff like this in my house, which is kind of why I think I was babying it for a while, just because I like to set it up for Thanksgiving. But it was time. So this is a great apple fragrance. Notes of warm apple brandy, spiced plum, tart cranberry, and cinnamon stick. Interesting because it has similar notes to the Perfect Autumn. Cranberry, this does not have pumpkin, but kind of like an apple plum cranberry type fragrance. I get mostly apple and a little bit of brandy, maybe. I don't know. This just smells like a spiced apple fragrance to me. It kind of struggled towards the end. This is like the last few burns. It just like was finishing up the wicks. So overall it was fine. Honestly, a lot of these I just was like, I'm ready for them to be out of my collection. So I have repurchased that one over and over again for years, and they're out of my collection now. So maybe next year. I don't know. It's kind of just a basic apple cider type fragrance. Okay, another one that I got through was Vanilla Bean. This is a beautiful, just basic vanilla. This one is kind of old too. This is from 2020. Notes of Madagascar vanilla bean, homemade marshmallow, and fresh steamed milk. Yum. This is just a really good marshmallow vanilla fragrance. They do vanilla bean pretty well. This is very similar to vanilla pumpkin marshmallow, but without the spice. It's just a good vanilla fragrance. If you guys like just basic vanilla fragrances, this is pretty good. Burned pretty well for me. Same thing, it got a little bit puny towards the bottom. I've just noticed as I have delved into other candle brands that it's interesting because Bath & Body Works their MO is like halfway through, the wicks dud out or they get puny. Now, with my experience, a lot of these still performed fine. It just, the burn significantly slowed down halfway through. So that doesn't bother me as long as it pulls out. If I have to babysit it because it's not pulling out, that annoys me. And honestly, I just have been loving Kringle and how their candles burn. I've been loving Caramel Sundays and how their candles burn. So I'm just gravitating towards those more. Also, I had another Spiced Apple Toddy in here, so I'll just show you guys that. I don't know where the lid went. Very similar, just apple spice fragrance. It performed pretty well, nothing crazy. So what are we at here? This is 8 Bath & Body Works Empties here. I have that more, guys. Okay, next up is Cozy Cashmere. This is a good one. And I actually ended up burning, and I'll talk about this, ended up burning this with with Boo Hoo from Kringle because they kind of reminded me of each other. So it'll be kind of interesting to smell these side by side. There's a lot of, it's interesting, like smelling them side by side. You know how I was saying that this one kind of like had a lavender like type note to it, even though there's no lavender listed? Smelling them side by side, this is definitely way more lavender. So I think it was more of like the powdery type experience that I was picking up on, maybe the peppercorn or the velvety musk in this one. This smells a lot more like creamy, like spicy, as opposed to this one is more lavender. So anyways, notes of smooth lavender, warm vanilla, pink jasmine, and comforting sandalwood and cozy cashmere. Burned fine. You can see that wick kind of migrated towards the side, so I kind of had to watch it towards the end. Okay, got a couple more Bath & Body Works here. I told you guys I was on a freaking roll this month. Like, this is from October 15th to now. This is crazy. I don't think I've ever gotten through this many. And some of these started off completely full, some of them. Okay, next one is Everlasting Magic. And this one had a really pretty, like, fancy lid that I actually took off and put on a different candle because I didn't want to throw it away. So this one was from 2023. Notes of bejeweled berries, phantom petals, and enchanted musk. This one was nice. This was perfumey. I really liked the berry note in this one with the musk. It was nice. It was different than I'd ever tried from them before. I burned this in my bathroom and it performed pretty well. I would say maybe like a 7 out of 10. Okay, so that's 10 so far. I've still got more. This is an oldie, you guys. And those of you that have been OG Bath & Body Works people are probably freaking out right now because people are obsessed with this candle and then it never comes back. Notes of fresh pear slices, juicy white grapes, and sweet Riesling. This is from 2020. Gonna be honest, I did really not like this one. I want to like it. You can really smell the wine in this, I think. The Riesling is like, it's like a dry Riesling. Even though Riesling is technically a sweet wine, I think. I can really smell the wine in there. With a little bit of pear. This honestly was kind of nauseating to me. I don't know why. It just gave me a headache for whatever reason. I still finished it. Burned fine. But I actually ended up selling the other one that I had because I'm like, I don't love this. Like, I have way too many candles to keep candles that I'm like, about, or that give me a headache or whatever. It's just not worth it for me anymore. So this was for a time and a place, and I finished it and I'm done. So I would say it was pretty strong. Maybe like an 8 out of 10 because it was like so strong that it was giving me a headache. So that's 11. This is one of my absolute favorite perfume fragrances from Bath & Body Works. This has notes of creamy sandalwood, sweet berries, and cozy cashmere. And this is Sunrise Woods. This is such a beautiful fragrance. Burn this in my bathroom. It's very perfumey. You really get that sandalwood and kind of cozy cashmere element. Just a beautiful, beautiful perfumey fragrance for fall to winter. I love this packaging too. I think it's cute. So burned really, really well. This one burned pretty hot for me and pretty clean all the way down. I would say this is like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. They did come back with this in a candle last year. I don't know if they came back with this year, but it's one of my favorite perfume fragrances. So I like this in my bathroom because, I don't know, I want my bathroom to smell like my master bath to smell more like perfumey, like bedroom scenty as opposed to like gourmands. So that's just me. That's 12. I still have 2 more to go, guys. No, 3. Goodness. Okay, another one I finished up was Leaves. This is a classic. It's always a powerhouse. Notes of crisp red apple, golden nectar, and warm clove spice. This is just like a typical Bath & Body Works. Apple, clove. You can kind of smell that nectar in here. I've noticed, so this one was one of my half burned ones. It kind of smelled burnt. So I was ready to be done with it. it got really puny wicks towards the bottom. So I was just ready for it to be out of my collection. Leaves comes back year after year, so I was like, yep, I'm done with this, get it out of my collection. And I'm gonna move this, like this. I would say performance-wise, it was like maybe 7.5 to 8. Okay, last one was Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin, also a classic. You know, I honestly was not in love with this year. Notes of warm cinnamon, fresh ground clove, vanilla cream, and brown sugar. It's funny because this candle has no notes of pumpkin in it, even though the name is Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. And it's funny because I kind of smell pumpkin in there. I mean, I smell a lot of cinnamon and clove. Those are like the two big, like, in your face smells. But this burn was not very good. Like, this collection, I've noticed, my pumpkin apple in this collection was terrible burn. This one was similar. Thankfully, it kind of corrected itself a little bit and did end up burning all the way down. But I do have one more scent in this packaging. I think it's Banana Walnut Muffin. This one was from 2022. I don't know. I may end up getting rid of that one because, but I just love that scent, and that scent has not come back. So I don't know. I can always crock it, but I just was not impressed with the actual performance of this collection in particular. So, okay, what are we at now? That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, and then I did get through a single wick. This is from this year. I think these are so cute. Football season. Notes of, oh, this doesn't really have notes. It says, cozy up on the bleachers with a warm flannel and notes of fresh fallen leaves and autumn air. It smells kind of eucalyptus-y to me. Burned pretty well. This does not smell anything like the actual flannel. It's along the same vibes, but it's very different. It's kind of hard because, like, these aren't really real scent notes. Definitely you get like kind of like an autumn leaves type fragrance with like kind of a crisp, cool air note. But I get like eucalyptus and like juniper almost. But something else too. Maybe like a mint? I don't know. It was good. Honestly, I got this candle because of the packaging and the football season thing. I probably wouldn't buy again for scent preferences, but I thought that it was a cute collection and good for my basement. It's a good kind of cologne-y fragrance. So it was fine. Probably wouldn't repurchase. Okay, so that's 15 Bath & Body Works candles. I still have some more empties to go here, so bear with me, everyone. Let's do homeworx first, because I have tons of those. I also found the lid for this one. Okay, so I got through a homeworx single wick, which I never buy these, but this one I had got at Marshall's, which honestly, looking at this price now, I'm like, this was a ripoff. Why did I buy that? At the time, this scent had not come back. And so I saw it at Marshall's and I'm like, oh, I really kind of like this cute little red jar, whatever. That was dumb. I did not need to buy that, but I do like this fragrance. It's notes of harvest apple, cinnamon stick, clover, honey, and autumn berries. This, I think, is a dupe for Harvest Gathering from Bath & Body Works. They smell almost identical to me. As most people know, Harry used to work for Bath & Body Works. He used to, like, Slatkin & Co. used to make candles for Bath & Body Works. Then he went off and did his own thing, and now White Barn is, you know, Bath & Body Works. So it would not surprise me if Harvest Gathering was one of the fragrances that he developed there, and then he just brought it over into homeworx version. The single wick did not perform that well. this looks fine from this angle, but that's because I put the wax under a lamp after the wick had completely deaded out. There was still a ton of wax. You can even kind of see it here. Ton of wax left over. Not very good performing candles. So I would not buy these again. Stick with the 4 wicks from homeworx. They tried and true, never had any issues with those. So anyways, that's, what am I at, 16? Because that was 4, 5, 6 plus 9. Wait. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, I need to be done with this. 16. Okay, still got more. Let's finish homeworx. Love this fragrance, you guys. Midnight Moon. This has notes of autumn leaves, fresh pumpkin, dark woods, and ginger crystals. This is like, see, told you what I mean by like stick with the 4 wicks. Look how perfect that burned all the way down. Pretty much to the last like tiny little layer of wax. This is beautiful. homeworx does such a great job with their packaging and labels. Like when this was lit up, it was so pretty. I loved this fragrance. It's very pumpkin-y. It's almost kind of like a, what's the word? I don't know. It's just a good spicy pumpkin with maybe a little bit of that leaves note, but I get mostly like spicy pumpkin with a little bit of ginger. It was just a good pumpkin fragrance in my opinion. So love that one. So I think that's 17. Okay, I'm now on to Kringle. Guys, this is huge. I never get through Kringle candles this fast. One of them was a 3 wick. So this is Thriller. This is not the lid. I just put that on there. This came out, let's see if I can tell. 6/9 of 23. So this came out in fall of 2023. When they were doing a lot of 3 wicks. I have to say, I mean, the packaging is kind of cool. This was really, it was a unique fragrance. The performance was absolutely terrible. So notes of red apple slices, sweet orange, crisp pear, cinnamon stick, clove bud, cardamom seeds, ginger zest, maple syrup, and vanilla bourbon. This was like a really pretty apple, like kind of deep apple fragrance with, I really liked this, the fragrance itself. It was unique. It was different. The orange and the pear and the apple kind of just was a really good, unique mixture. It almost kind of smelled like syrupy to me. But I have not seen them bring this back in any form, or they either renamed it and I just don't know what it's under. Like I said, the performance was absolutely terrible. I had to burn, I mean, I had to dump out wax multiple times to even just get it to burn to the bottom. Honestly, couldn't really smell it. I would say maybe like a 4 or 5. I probably should have just melted this because I probably would have gotten a better performance. So I wanted to love it, but the performance was not good. So I guess that could be why Bath & Body Works, I mean not Bath & Body Works, Kringle is getting rid of the 3 wick jars, just I think because of performance issues. So I don't blame them. I mean, their 2 wick large jars burn like perfection, so it is what it is. Okay, was that 18? I'm gonna keep losing count again. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Is that right? That's 10 there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh my goodness, can't do math. Yes. Yes. Okay, anyways, next up, 3 candles from Kringle. 100% obsessed with this. Ambered apple walnut. This has notes of sweet apple, walnut, peach, caramel, praline, coffee, buttered woods, whipped mocha, brown sugar, and amber. I mean, literally the most perfect burn ever. Well done, Kringle. Great job. I had absolutely no issues with this. This burned hot and fast. It was delicious. This is such a unique candied apple, like caramel apple, but with a nutty element. Like, really get the walnuts in there. What else is in there? Hazelnut? Just walnut, but oh, praline. Praline and I mean, it is so pretty. I like nutty fragrances. There's like a tiny little bit of amber in there. But honestly, this is such a beautiful, unique fragrance. This really lived up to the Reserve, what's the word? Like this is what the Reserves are known for, is unique fragrances that are strong, that have a little bit different, more elevated scent oils and things like that. I loved this. I would totally repurchase this once my candle collection is a little bit more under control. So, absolutely love. And then I also did reviews on, I did an in-depth review on that candle as well, but ended up finishing up Boo Hoo. Notes of rich cream, warm cinnamon, fresh peppercorn, black cardamom, zesty ginger, smoky chestnut, amberwood, tonka bean, and velvety musk. This is fine. I was not overly impressed. Has a really cute little spooky label. It's creamy, it's spicy. I think there's some of the chestnut in there too that must smell familiar. It's creamy, it's different. It's just not what I would gravitate towards. It's not something I would repurchase. It's fine. It's kind of a mix of a gourmand, but not really a gourmand. It was just kind of different. So I didn't necessarily hate it or love it. It was just kind of like, it's fine. It was a good bathroom fragrance for me. But I wasn't obsessed. And I would say performance was a little bit light. I burned this in my bathroom specifically so that I could try and smell it. And it was still like maybe a 6.5, 7. So it's cute. I'm glad I tried it, but I just don't gravitate towards fragrances like this. So I would not repurchase. But burned beautifully. All of my Kringles besides that 3-wick have burned absolutely gorgeous. Okay, last candle is Ghost Stories. This one was unique. Also would not repurchase, but it was unique. Notes of spicy pink pepper, aromatic juniper, balsamic amber, woodfire clove, smoky guaiac wood, roasted chestnut, fresh orange blossom, blonde woods, warm vanilla bean. It's kind of woodsy. A lot of people were wondering if this was a dupe of Wicked Vanilla Woods. It's not at all. This Wicked Vanilla Woods has a beautiful vanilla note. It's not. It has, this is more peppery forward. It does have a little bit of sweetness, but I think I'm getting that more from the blonde woods and the amber. It's almost more of like an ambery note as opposed to like a vanilla. It's good. I mean, I like it. I just don't need to repurchase it. It's more perfumey. It's more like almost like a fire's kind of going. Peppery, woodsy, but it's just not my personal preference. Performance, absolutely stunning. Burned all the way down to the bottom. I had absolutely no issues with it. It was a little bit light. I can't remember what I rated it in my in-depth review. I would say maybe a 7. I also burned this in my bathroom. It's a perfect bathroom or like laundry room fragrance. But this is just not something that I need again. Enjoyed it while it lasts. But yeah, I have no idea if these are still on sale or not. I know that Kringle was doing a huge clearance with Halloween candles. So check it out if you haven't already. I am an ambassador for Kringle. I bought these with my own money. But you guys can use my discount code. I don't know if I don't think it applies to the actual sale, but if you use the shipping, the route shipping, it will get you a discount on that. So feel free anytime, you guys can use my code JOYFULCANDLE15. That will get you 15% off. Yeah, so anyways, that's it candle-wise. So let me recount again because I'm clearly terrible at counting. Let's see here. So we've got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Bath & Body Works candles. 1, 2 homeworx candles, so that's 17. And 4 Kringle candles, so 21. And then let me talk a little bit about some wax melts that I got through, and then I'm done with this video. Scentsy Apple Crush. This is a good, like, Halloween type fragrance. It's basically just a tart caramel candied apple. Very, very, it honestly smells like a green apple Jolly Rancher. That's exactly what it smells like. Honestly, the performance on this was not very good. I put it in my pumpkin warmer and I could barely smell it. And guys, I have a very strong nose. Like, I smell things that my husband's always like, how did you smell that? And I'm like, I don't know, I just have a good nose. I couldn't smell this. So won't be a repurchase for me. But yeah, got through it. Another wax melt that I got through was Life and Lilac's Fall Fever. Notes of clove, apple, and cinnamon. I have not done any formal reviews on Life and Lilac yet, but I really want to. This fragrance, you guys, it is just like, it warms my heart when I smell this. This is the most like creamy, cozy apple, clove, cinnamon. This is not like a Bath & Body Works. Like, you can tell when a brand uses a little bit elevated, different oils that are a little bit more elevated. It is so beautiful. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's so creamy and appley, and it's almost like an apple, cinnamon, clove, not cider, because it doesn't really smell like a cider, but it's almost like a latte without coffee, like a steamer. I just don't know how she creates. So if you guys don't know, this is Jen Reed. She's an influencer. This is her brand, Life and Lilac. Incredible scents. And they've recently been doing wax melts. And these, I don't know if you guys can tell, but these are huge. Like, look at the difference. This is a Scentsy. This is Life and Lilac. Now, price-wise, this is way cheaper. This is like $6 versus this, I think, is $15. But very elevated scent oils. I've been doing this in my warmers and underneath the Life and Lilac lamp. Absolutely stunning. So if you guys have been wanting to try her stuff, I would start with the wax melts, because the candles I really do like her fragrances. Her candles, I'll do a formal review on them because I don't love single wicks. Single wicks, for me, have a hard time performing. And sometimes I find that same thing happens with her candles. They end up kind of correcting themselves towards the end. And if you burn in a hurricane, they're really great. But I have really been gravitating towards her wax melts because I can still enjoy how beautiful her fragrances are without like having to baby a burn or anything like that. So anyways, I think that's all I have. So a couple wax cartons there, clamshells, but 21 candles for the second half of October. Are you kidding me? I killed it. So that means I got rid of my empties for this month were 103. So that means I I think for the first half of October, I emptied maybe 15. So I got rid of like 60 plus candles selling wise, and then burned really well through some of these other ones. So guys, that's all I have for you because this video is now very, very, very long. I'm planning on doing, I don't know, it's November 1st, it's Christmas, guys. Now I will tell you, I'm a very seasonal burner. I really gravitate towards like cranberries and those types of fragrances in November. I will start burning some Christmas just because 1 month for Christmas candles is not enough. But maybe I'll do like a video on like what am I burning for this fall season. I also wanted to do, Melanie did a like her top 5 cozy candles for fall. I want to hop on that and take her up on that challenge, so that'll probably be my next video. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Sorry, I feel like I rambled a lot in that video and it went forever, but I'm really proud of myself for getting through all of these. So I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.